Hey everyone! So today I wanted to talk about something that's been bothering me a little bit lately. I've noticed on the videos where I talk about certain medications that I'm taking, especially like if I use the actual brand name, that they're being demonetized. And it's not that I care. I'm doing this vlog for me and for other people, but it just made me think about the word drug and how it's kind of there's a misconception around it. I imagine for some people when I say drug, you think of drugs that the doctor would give you if you're sick. But then there's other people that are thinking about the kind of drugs that are illegal. So I wanted to talk about this. Not sure if I mentioned this in another video, but I went to college for basically general community service work, and drugs, both legal and not, were studied a lot during my time there. So I learned quite a bit, and I wanted to share with you something from my notes that I kept from one of my classes. So here it is. Drugs have always been a part of human life. For thousands of years, plants have been used to benefit the body, mind, and soul. Opium has long been valued for relief of pain, diarrhea, and coughs, as well as changing mood. Beer has been brewed from plant materials for nearly 6,000 years, but the words used to describe drugs have varied over time. The ancient Greek word for drug is pharmakon, which means both medicine and poison. Similarly, pharmakeun was either the practice of witchcraft or the use of medicine, depending on the context. These simplistic concepts, reflecting a certain confusion, represented an attempt by the Greeks to come to terms with the powerful effects of drugs on the mind and body of the individual. Even more recent times, society has had great difficulty in defining the word drug. For many people, a drug is simply whatever a physician prescribes to treat their disease or discomfort. For others, the term drug has a much broader meaning, including any chemical agent that affects living processes. Psychoactive drugs are those substances that can change sensation, mood, consciousness, or other psychological or behavioral functions. Coffee and tea, alcohol, tobacco, anti-anxiety medications, cocaine, cannabis, LSD, heroin, and solvents are all psychoactive drugs. Each is used to change the user's existing state, to speed us up, slow us down, or change how we perceive and react to ourselves and the world around us. People use psychoactive or mood-altering drugs for many purposes, including to treat medical problems, to relax, especially in social situations, to lower inhibitions, to cope with or to forget problems, to attain a sense of belonging to a certain group of people, sometimes for religious or ceremonial purposes, for pleasurable sensations, to satisfy curiosity about a drug's effect, or just to experiment. So basically, psychoactive drugs fall into four main groups: depressants, stimulants, hallucinogens, and psychiatric medications. So I'm going to give you an example a little bit of each of the four. So depressants includes things like alcohol, sleeping pills, and opioid drugs such as heroin, morphine, and methadone. These drugs make people feel more relaxed and less conscious of their surroundings. Stimulants includes things like cocaine, amphetamines, and even caffeine. These drugs speed up your mental processes, making people feel more alert and energetic. Hallucinogens. These include things like LSD, mescaline, marijuana, and yes, even hashish. These drugs alter our perceptions and our sense of time and place. They can also produce hallucinations, making people see or hear things that aren't really there, or see or hear things differently than they would without the drug's influence. And the fourth, psychiatric medications, includes drugs used to treat chronic and temporary mental or emotional disorders. So this group includes antipsychotic medications, antidepressants, and mood stabilizers. So just to wrap that up for you, the whole point that I'm trying to make here is, depending on how the term drug is used, we tend to think of like a particular drug as either a valuable medicine, an important part of being social, or a source of complete and utter problems. But very few drugs just fit into just one of the groups that I mentioned. We should recognize that any drug has the potential for benefits and for problems. So, as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, thumbs up, subscribe, or leave me a comment below or a suggestion about maybe a future topic for a future video. And until next time, stay strong and remember, you're never alone.